10:25 left, 19-12 Fairfield. Kelly driving baseline, puts on the brakes, falls down, loses it, and it's taken away by Segura, but taken right back by Alan Chiga again. 3 possessions, 3 steals for the defensive specialist.
Chiga does such a good job anticipating where the ball is going to go and is able to get it with his one arm.
And now he commits a turnover of his own as he traveled before the baseline drive.
Well, we talk about how good he is on the
ball. With 17 left on the shot clock. Here's Tyler Nelson, harassed by Washington, still tries a contested 3 air ball, and Young's got it for the Bobcats. Now Young trying to get inside, spin move, tough layup, up and in, tough bucket from Cam Young.
That was a great spin move there by Cam Young, ending the scoring drought of just under 3 minutes.
Cam Young leads the Bobcats with 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting. 24-14 Fairfield. Bobcats need a stop. And they'll get it as Casababu misfires on the jumper and Cam Young brings it down. First points of the game for Rigoni, and the Bobcats have scored 4 straight. They're down 8. Floater to McNani. His 3-pointer, too strong. Cam Young the rebound.
Well, here we go. The Bobcats get a couple of stops. Let's see if they can convert on the offensive side.
Here's Kelly under the basket, kicks out to Rigoni, wide open, 3 is good! Jacob Rigoni from downtown, and the Bobcats cut it to 5.
Just like that, we got a close game. That's what the 3-point shot will do for you, get you right back into this game, and Jacob Rigoni does that.
7 straight for the Bobcats in the last 2 minutes. Now here's Flavors. Running jumper, back iron, no good. The rebound, tip to Bundu. 5:35 left in this first half. Bobcats looking to extend their current run. Kelly working on Nelson. Baseline drive, tripped up, and a foul is called. Now Kavalauskas to Nelson. At the top of the key, guarded by Kelly. Nelson looking for an opening, takes a deep 3, and he hits it!
3-point goal, number 3,
big shot by Nelson.
Now Cam Young, coast to coast, lays it up, and in right at the halftime buzzer.
Big bucket by Cam Young to give the Bobcats a little something to look forward to in a second.
Young gets his own rebound, looking for some space, fires it out to Kelly, over to Rigoni, top of the key, 3, it's good! What a find from Rich Kelly!
That play all started with Cam Young's relentlessness underneath the glass to get that basketball back, and then the open Kelly after the pump fake has the confidence to make threes like that.
The lead is down to 4. Now Nelson trying to get past Bundu, can't do it, so he slings it across to Flavors, who had a heck of a first half, especially from beyond the arc. Now he ventures inside the arc, takes a deep 2, and it's good. Flavors Jr. on fire.
And Young played good defense on that too, at his hand right in the face of Flavors, but not much you can do, and it's a good shooter.
And the light press from Fairfield backtracks as Rich Kelly brings it over midcourt. 39-33, Fairfield leads as we approach 18 minutes left in the game. Now Kelly inside, trying to find space. Spins past Nelson, sends it out to the perimeter, and Cam Young. Now Young, off a Bundu screen, gets his way inside, stops at the baseline. Fadeaway jumper, way short. That's a tough shot from Cam Young. An easy rebound for Cruz.
There wasn't much Young could do there. He tried to find Kelly, but he was guarding, and there was nobody else really close, or else Young would have had to get in trouble.
But Young makes up for it with a steal and the lay-in at the other end.
Just like that, in a 4-point game, Cam Young is all over the place now, and really making a difference in this game.
2 steals for Cam Young in the first 2.5 minutes of this second half. 39-35 Fairfield. Now here's the dangerous Flavors at the elbow. Entry pass inside to Nelson. And the offensive foul is called on Nelson as who else? Cam Young draws the charge.
Cam Young has been all over the place now to check out as he's kind of wincing a little bit. He's probably exhausted from being all over the court. Give him a couple seconds to breathe and get him right back in this game.
An incredible 2.5 minutes from Cam Young to get the Bobcats right back in this game. 15 minutes to go, second half. Fairfield brings it up. It's Kavalauskas handing off to Flavors, who gives it right back to Kavalauskas. And now a missed dribble, loose ball, diving is Kelly, but picked up by Kavalauskas. kicks it out to Flavors. Pump fake, 3 on the way and short. And the rebound is settled down by Aaron Robinson, gets it to Chase Daniels in transition, and he bowls over Kavalauskas, and that's an easy charge. And a turnover by the Bobcats.
Daniels just had too much going on right there. Couldn't stop himself, his big body. Could not slow himself down. Good effort by the Bobcats there to get open in transition.
39-36 Fairfield leads as the Bobcats have closed the gap. We'll be back after this timeout on the Quinnipiac Bobcats Sports Network. Over to Cruz. He's met by Jacob Rigoni. The entry pass is picked off by Aaron Robinson. Now Robinson backtracks and gives it to Young. Young waiting on a Bundu screen, gets one. Trying to move past Methnani, can't do it. And sends it back out to Washington and over to Robinson at the top of the key. Now Robinson driving in, the left hand is good! Nice finish from Aaron Robinson, not known for his driving abilities, but the three-point shooter gets a rare two-pointer.
Aaron Robinson, not a great dribbler, but there was able to get it inside and finish.
Bobcats bench comes alive as Quinnipiac is now down just 3. There's Tyler Nelson looking to silence the Bobcat faithful at the top of the key, and an offensive foul is called. It's a moving screen on Methnani, and the Bobcats will get it back. Over to Methnani. Methnani gets a pass inside, picked off by the Bobcats. Here comes Rich Kelly. One man to beat Methnani, goes right into him and lays it in. A much-needed bucket from Rich Kelly, and it's a 1-point game.
How about the strength there from Rich Kelly going up against Methnani, who's bigger than him in hair.
Boy, Rich Kelly is up and down.
How about that? Rich Kelly's pumped. You'd love to see it.
Sheer intensity and probably a little bit of relief as he finally gets a bucket to go. And the lead is just 1. Fairfield needs a timeout. We'll be back for what should be an incredible 7 minutes. 53-52 Fairfield. This is the Quinnipiac Bobcat Sports Network. Now in the corner, Molson flexes his way past Washington. Now Washington recovers, so Molson gives way to Crumpton. Now Malik Johnson across to Molson to the corner. Reese driving baseline past Robinson, tries to get it out. It's taken away by the Bobcats. Here comes Cam Young in transition. Puts on the brakes and waits for help. Now kicks out to Aaron Robinson. Around the horn it comes to Rigoni, who hands off to Washington. Washington looking for a lane inside. He puts it up and in.
There's Isaiah Washington that we know, and we've gotten to know this year. A guy that can do stuff like that, taking the smart shots and using his body to make a good effort.
Tough right-handed layup makes it 19-15. And Bobcats again just 4 of 17 from 3. Coming off the heels of that red-hot start last night as Kelly takes it away. Coast to coast, lays it up and in.
Great job by Kelly. Great steal of the coast to coast and making space for himself on the layup to get it easy in.
And the turnover troubles continue for Canisius. That is 10 now, as we have just started the second half. And that's what's kept the Bobcats in this game. They're down just 4. Now Johnson to Planenchich, out to Reese. Reese off the screen. The running floater is good. Too easy for Isaiah Reese. He has 9, and the Riffs are back up 6. Now here's Cam Young. Over to Rigoni, right back to Young. Young just 1 for 4 from the field so far tonight. Puts on the brakes at the elbow, kicks it out to Rigoni, who hits the 3.
That's the type of shot the Bobcats needed in this second half. Jacob Rigoni makes it just a one-possession game. Those are the shots he can hit. Those are the big shots that he can make.
Second triple of the game for Rigoni, and it's just a 3-point game. Now Molson out to Planenchich. He hands off to Johnson, and it's taken away once again by Rich Kelly.
Another turnover for the Bobcats. Great defense there.
And now the other way, here's Kelly. Swings it to Young. He's wide open for 3. Short. Offensive rebound, Cam Young. Over to Washington. Looking to drive baseline, kicks it out to Rigoni. Corner 3 is good! A corner 3 from Jacob Rigoni, and we're tied at 38.
And look at the excitement all over the bench. Everybody standing up. Rich Kelly, Jacob Rigoni celebrated. We have a tie ball game. You would have never expected this from this Bobcats team at this point right now.
9 points for the three-point wonder from down under. And Canisius looking to respond. Here's Planenchich to Molson. Over to Crumpton, now to Johnson. 15 seconds to shoot. And the pass goes out of bounds, and we have another Canisius turnover.
It's the Canisius turnovers and Rigoni's shooting. Rigoni is the type of player that can absolutely take over the game when he gets hot. Right now he is hot. Keep feeding him the ball. Keep letting him get open in the corners. And Quinnipiac's going to look good.
Ryan, we were on this broadcast just last night in the beginning of the first half against Siena talking about how you couldn't have scripted a better start for the Bobcats. That certainly wasn't the case tonight, but I don't think you could have scripted a better start to the second half for the Bobcats tonight. Cam Young and the Bobcats looking for the answer. It's Young at the top of the key, driving right side, lays it up and in. Nice finish from Cam Young to tie the game.
Young used the strength and muscled himself in there to make some space. He's moving a little bit gingerly now.
Big bucket from the team's leading scorer, and now here comes Canisius. Isaiah Reese leaning in and laying in with the bucket.
It's just going to be Reese versus Young now. The battle of the two big-time scorers for both of these programs. Going back and forth now as Quinnipiac is down by 2.
Floats a pass inside to Bundu, who finishes with the right hand.
Big bucket there for Abdullah Bundu. He's been around the boards in there. He gets a big shot.
Boy, that entry pass just out of the reach of Faulkner. And Bundu made him pay. 63-60, Bobcats lead as we hit the 3-minute mark of the second half. Now in the corner, Sanks. Thought about a 3, now tries an entry pass to Crumpton. Backing down Robinson, can't finish. Offensive rebound, Faulkner kicks it out to Sanks. His 3 is too strong. Another offensive rebound by Crumpton, but the pass is picked off by Cam Young. Boy, Canisius is tough on the offensive boards, but the Bobcats come up big. Now here's Kelly with 20 seconds to shoot and 2:35 to go. In the corner, Aaron Robinson, a 3. It rims in! Aaron Robinson hits the triple, and the Bobcats go up 6.
What a big bucket there from Aaron Robinson. Ace Boogie is his Instagram name. That's an ace right there. Big shot, Aaron Robinson up by 6.
What a shot from Robinson, one of the biggest shots of the Bobcats season. And Canisius takes a timeout. 2:29 to go. We need to catch our breaths. We'll be right back in 66-60 Quinnipiac. We are back to the final 29.5 seconds. It does stay with the Bobcats. So Washington will inbound, gets it into Bundu, hands it off quickly to Washington. Washington picks up his dribble and gives it to Kelly with 23 seconds left. 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Biggest possession of the season for the Bobcats right here as they try to put an exclamation point on what would be a huge upset. Kelly driving right side, up and in with the right hand.
Rich Kelly with the confidence there to get that bucket in. Final possession here.
A wide open 3 for Takal Molson. Rims out. Loose ball picked up by Crumpton. He can't finish. It's tipped out to the perimeter. Molson at the buzzer. It's no good. The Bobcats pull off an incredible upset and take down Canisius 72-69.
Wow. All I can say is wow. What a game. What a win for the Bobcats. Nobody expected that. Quinnipiac comes away with a 3-point win. They're headed to the MAC semifinals.
Both co-regular season conference champions go down in just 4 hours' time. What an upset by the Bobcats. A huge layup from Rich Kelly, a huge defensive stand on the other end, and the Bobcats are going to the MAC semifinals. Smithen and Horn play catch at the top of the key. Now the entry pass into Fisher, puts up a wild hook shot, nothing but air, and Rigoni grabs the rebound. Again, good defense by Shays Daniels. Now Kelly working on Richard, gets past him, lays it up and in. Beautiful drive by Rich Kelly.
Rich Kelly put a good crossover there on Richard and then was able to use the left-handed dribble for the layup.
32-26 Bobcats with 3:15 to go in the first half. Horn to Richard. Back to Horn. He'll try a 3. That one's good. Nice response from the Saints, and the lead is back down to 3. Now Daniels looking to cut across. He gets the entry pass from Cameron Young. Muscles his way in and lays it home.
They need more of that from Daniels. You'd love to see that if you're done leaving, but you need that more of that going into the latter half of the game.
Crowd trying to get into it as the Bobcats are down 13 with under 7.5 to go. Cho hands it off to Anderson. Anderson dribbles left to the top of the key. Now back into Cho, who's met by Daniels. 7 to shoot. Cho working underneath the hoop. Reverse layup goes in. Now Kristen Mahoney, the lone senior on this young Iona Gales team, brings it over midcourt and gives it to Treyana Clay. Clay over to Justice on the perimeter. Now to Alexis Lewis, shadowed by Aaron McClure. It's given to Treyana Clay on the far side. Now Clay driving in, stops, pops from the elbow, no good. Clay the offensive rebound. And a fresh shot clock for Iona. Now Mahoney will settle it down at the top of the key. Feeds to Clay. Driving baseline is met by Stroutmanet. Still goes up with it, and the tough layup can't get the roll. And the rebound is corralled by Taylor Hurd. Now in transition, here comes Aaron McClure. McClure working on Mahoney. Picks up her dribble, gives to Fabry at the elbow. Outside to Hurd, who slings it to Stroutmanet. Stroutmanet baseline up and under is short, and the rebound is grabbed by Rebecca Justice.
You can see on the offensive side for Quinnipiac, their movement is really giving Iona some problems. There's usually 1 or 2 open players in every offensive possession so far.
An active Bobcats team where the ball is rarely stagnant. This is a Quinnipiac team that leads the MAC in assists. You also have about 5 different scorers in the top 20 for Quinnipiac. So this is an offensive machine and a defensive one, as you see the steal here. McClure to Fabry, who easily lays it in with the right hand. And Billy Chambers needs to take a timeout, as right away it's 7-0 Bobcats. And as expected, they are rolling here to start. I think the MAC is already upset enough to have to face them, as McClure grabs another steal here. Now trying to break out in transition, stops at the top of the key. Now a nice feed inside to Stroutmanet, but is quickly met by a double team. Kicks it out to Hurd, who nails the 3.
In previous seasons, you'd see this matchup, Iona-Quinnipiac, as a potential MAC final, and here we are 10-0 early on. It seems like it's going to be a train that doesn't stop for the Bobcats today.
And maybe that'll be the case in a couple years from now, as this is a very young Gales team looking to find their identity, but here behind 10-0 already off that sweet stroke from Taylor Hurd, who is having a breakout sophomore season. Now on the baseline, Lewis floats it out to Justice. Thought about a 3, now dribbles once, gives it to Mahoney, drives baseline, stops, jumper is good. Now Schuin, top of the key, guarded by Harris. Drops it off to Warfel, thought about a 3, but instead gives it to Taylor Hurd, who just checked in. Now Warfel swings it over to Schuin, driving on Harris. Pump fake, steps, lays it up and in. Nice move by Sarah Schuin.
That's what Schuin does so well, is, from mid-range, she's definitely not the best player. But, from behind the arc, she's really able to do a lot, and she's able to make those moves.
And on the ensuing possession for the Flyers, they can't convert on the layup, and the Bobcats have it back, up 5-0. 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. Schuin, a near side 3. She's got it.
I mean, it's what I just said. She's so dangerous. I mean, she's dangerous from behind the arc, and that's why this team is so dangerous. Is even, the people that play the 4, play the 5, any position, they can basically all shoot the 3. As we've seen with Stroutmanet, I mean, I think Jen Fay's the best 3 shooter, and she hasn't even shot a 3 yet today.
Schuin with 5 points and 4 rebounds already, averaging 8.5 points per game. So the Bobcats have connected on each of their first 2 3-point attempts. Now Burdett at the top of the key, bounce pass to Schuin. Schuin hands it off to Fabry, driving left side, kicks it out to Warfel. Now Warfel to Fabry, 3 seconds to shoot. Sarah Schuin backing down Harris, lays it up, no good. Grabs her own rebound, puts it up and in, and count it.
Sarah Schuin, what a performance so far.
Sarah Schuin with a tough basket on the right-handed scoop. It's 14-8 Bobcats, and Schuin going to the free throw line. She already has 9 points and 8 rebounds. Turnover number 17 for the Tigers. So Carly Fabry at the start of this fourth quarter, 2 assists and a steal. So not a bad first minute and a half for Fabry. Now here she is, driving, bounce pass to Stroutmanet. Stroutmanet fakes it over to McClure. McClure stops on a dime, puts the shot up in and out, and a rebound to Abby Myers.
She just cannot get those little jump shots to fall.
Well, we've seen it so many times today. Bobcats getting some decent looks from point-blank range, and they just continue to rim out. We'll see if their fortunes can change in the next 8 minutes. They're down by 3.